So welcome everyone to the Gut Hormone Connection Masterclass. I'm Carina. Some of you already know me. Most of you, for you it's the first time that you get in touch with me. Oh, some more people joining. And yeah, I'm a gut and hormone coach, and I'm very passionate about helping women. I also help sometimes men, but I mainly help women reclaim their energy, balance their hormones, and feel empowered in their health. One more person joining. So over the years, I have discovered, and you will discover it as well tonight, that the gut is really the true powerhouse of our health. And yet it's very often the most overlooked part of your healing journey. So in today's session, we will dive deep into the gut, and how it impacts nearly every aspect of your life, and how gut and hormone health are connected, and how stress impacts it. So you will learn why your gut is a foundation of your energy, of your mood, of your hormones, of your overall vitality. We will also look a little bit at hidden connections between your gut, your brain, your hormones. And I will also share some practical, actionable steps that you can take, that you can start immediately implementing in your life tomorrow. And it's very often the very simple things that when you do them consistently, that lead to big changes and improvements. And I also will mention why, or we will discuss why a personalized approach is so important if you want to unlock your health potential. So this masterclass tonight is for you if you are feeling stuck, if you are struggling with energy crashes, if you are struggling with gut and hormone issues, and if you are ready to reclaim your vitality. Jessica is also joining. So before we get started, for those of you who just joined the session, please let me know in the chat where you are located. We have a couple of people from Spain, from Germany, Portugal. I'm curious, where are you located? Let me know in the chat. And also let me know in the chat, what do you hope to get out of tonight's session? That is super important for me. What do you hope that you get out of tonight's session? There is a reason why you joined tonight's masterclass. So there is something that you would like to learn, to discover, to uncover. So let me know in the chat what it is. What's the most important thing that you would like to learn from tonight's session? Also from Spain, nice to see you, Anna. Welcome to the session. And very important, I have two different giveaways. The first giveaway, that's the main giveaway. And so you can win a free coaching session with me. So one, it's a deep dive session. That's the first session. And then you will also have included another follow-up session on the deep dive session. So it's worth 250 euros. And what you need to do if you want to participate in the challenge is that you share your biggest takeaway on Instagram. Yeah, you tag me in your story, you just share the biggest takeaway of tonight's session, and then you have the option, the possibility to win 2 free sessions with me where we will dive deep into your health and you will get a personalized advice and treatment plan. Okay. And then in the end, I will share another giveaway. Okay, so stay until the end to also have the opportunity to win this. Okay, let me share my screen with you. I have prepared a beautiful presentation. Here it is. Please give me a thumbs up if you see the presentation. It's visible for everyone. Yeah, perfect. Good. If there are any technical issues coming up during the session, then please just raise your hand or unmute yourself and let me know. Just give me a moment. So Okay, let's start with the session. So why is your gut so important? So maybe you didn't know that your gut is the center of health. Yeah, so I studied Chinese medicine and Ayurvedic medicine, and I combine it with Western science. And in Eastern medicine, we always knew that the gut is the center of your health. And because your gut doesn't just digest food, most of us think, okay, it's there because it needs to digest food and that's it. No, it's really the control hub of your entire body. So if you have been struggling with low energy or poor sleep or hormonal imbalances, you are not the only one. So these issues often feel very overwhelming for many people, but the root cause is much simpler than you think. Yeah, it really lies in your gut. And I promise you that the solutions I will share are completely doable. Yeah, so no matter how busy you are. And think of your gut as a power station. Yeah, if the station isn't functioning properly, say there is a disruption, yeah, in the fuel supply, then you will experience, let's say, blackouts. Yeah, so in your body, this looks like, for example, chronic fatigue, digestive issues, yeah, mid-afternoon crashes, irregular periods, migraines, your skin issues. So many, many things. So your gut is really important for your metabolism. It's very important for your mental health. Yes. So if you are interested in that, the different digestive types and how they influence your emotional and mental well-being, I have another masterclass on my YouTube channel. It's called Heal Your Gut. And in that masterclass, I dive deeper into that. Your gut health is also related, of course, to hormonal balance. Yeah? How fit you are, if you can build up muscles easily or not. Yeah, nutrient absorption, then of course your skin health and also healthy aging. Also your energy levels are influenced by your gut. So these are just some of the important ones. So we have many women on tonight's call. I treat many women who have fertility issues or who want to prepare their body ideally for pregnancy or who suffer of period pains or severe PMS problems or perimenopausal problems. All of this is also related to your gut, and we will discover more about that in a moment. Yeah, so a healthy gut really absorbs your nutrients effectively. It's fueling your body with energy. And when it's imbalanced, then fatigue sets in. Then also your gut produces 90% of your serotonin, and that's the feel-good hormone. So imbalances then that can cause, for example, anxiety or low mood. Yeah, and an imbalanced gut can disrupt estrogen, progesterone, thyroid hormones. Yeah, it can lead to weight gain, PMS, irregular periods. And of course, I already mentioned skin. Yeah, so your gut is also responsible for getting the waste out of the body. If this is not working properly anymore, what happens is that you can suffer from acne, from eczemas, yeah, or of dull skin. And yeah, let me really ask you a question and just feel into it. Do you wake up in the morning feeling exhausted or feeling energized? Many wake up feeling exhausted no matter how much they sleep. Or are you dealing with bloatedness or moodiness or struggling with hormonal imbalances? Yeah, like thyroid problems or irregular cycles or weight gain or PMS. Yeah, I really want you now to take a moment to write down all the symptoms you are currently experiencing that are directly or indirectly related to your gut. So now take 1 minute and write down everything that comes to your mind. Think about your energy. Think about aging. Think about your metabolism. Maybe your metabolism has slowed down, or maybe it's too quick and you need to eat and you don't take on weight. Yeah, how does it influence your emotional, mental well-being? So write down everything that you are currently experiencing, that you think or that you know is related to your gut. And in the end, you have the possibility to ask all your questions. So note down things, because normally when you take a lot of information in, you forget about many things. And then you think afterwards, I wanted to ask her this and that, and now I forgot about it. So take a moment and note them down. And now I want you to take a moment to note down what would change if your gut and hormones functioned smoothly every single day. So what specific aspects of your life would improve? This can be the relationship you have to yourself, your daily well-being. This can be the relationship to other people, because maybe you will be more patient, maybe you will be emotionally, you will feel more balanced, you will be less reactive. But how would your energy change? Like what would it, like how would it influence your professional life if your concentration and focus are better? So think about these areas: well-being, relationships, professional life. Yes, in the recording, you will receive it afterwards, of course. Okay, most of you are interested: digestion, nutrition, hormones, tiredness, bloatedness. I also recommend you to check out my Instagram. On my Instagram, I share many tips about how to reduce bloating, how to have a healthy breakfast, dinner, many things that you can implement into your daily life. So when your gut is unhealthy, it can really create a ripple effect across your entire body. But the good news is that you have the power to change it, and it's not as difficult as you might think. So the gut and your brain are also connected. So your gut and your brain are constantly talking to each other through the gut-brain axis. They are like two best friends sending texts back and forth all day long. So this means that your gut health affects your mood, your energy, your focus, and your stress levels affect your digestion. So how does it work? So when your brain, let's say you are stressed, and that's very important for me to mention, because like we use stress all the time in our life, like we say, oh, I'm stressed, or this was a stressful period. But what does stress mean? Stress means it's something that someone else is joining. It's something that might feel overwhelming. So you have the feeling you cannot cope with it. It's too much. And stress can be as little as a thought pattern. So for example, when you wake up in the morning and you have already the thought, oh my God, I have so many things to do today, this already can set a reaction of stress in your body. Just this little thought. It doesn't need to be always that you're running from one appointment to the next, or that you are doing too many things at the same time. It can be simply a thought, an emotion that sets a chemical reaction in your body so that you release cortisol, a stress hormone, constantly. And many people, like when I work together with my clients, I realize they sometimes don't realize how stressed they are, how difficult it is for them to sit still, to listen, not to check their mobile phone all the time, yeah, and just to sit down and read a book. I have clients who go to bed or who went to bed in the evening and they had to listen to music or to a podcast in order to fall asleep because their nervous system was so overstimulated that just in the evening lying in bed and it was silent and calm drove them crazy. So this just to give you a couple of examples. Yeah. So when you are stressed, what your brain is doing, it sends signals to your gut. And then what can happen is your digestion can slow down. You can suffer from bloating. It even can trigger stomach pain or acidity, yeah, nausea. And I see also very often either it can cause constipation or diarrhea, that you need to go to the toilet constantly. So if your gut bacteria is out of balance, for example, poor diet, antibiotics, other synthetic medications, constant stress, or just skipping meals, then your gut sends negative signals to your brain. And this can then cause anxiety, brain fog, or low mood. Yeah. So for example, many of you know this when you have a big event, yeah, and then you feel these butterflies in your stomach before a presentation. That's your brain communicating with your gut. Yeah, and then this digestion can slow down and it can make you even feel nauseous. Many people who suffer from long-term stress, then it weakens your gut lining, and then it can lead to bloating, to constipation, to diarrhea. And the gut and the brain are connected through a system that we call the enteric nervous system. And the ENS controls digestion and senses also environmental threats. Every one of us knows that. Oh, I had a gut feeling, or I should have listened to my gut. Then the situation would have turned out differently. So it's really the seed of our subconscious gut instinct. Yeah, so when I work with people in my program, what happens, for example, when they stop snacking, they get in touch with their real emotions that they haven't processed, also experiences. So very often through our stressful lifestyle, yeah, eating on the go, snacking through the day, we don't get in touch with that gut instinct. Yeah, but it's so important because it's guiding you through life. It's telling you this is the right decision, this is the wrong decision. It's really an instinct that every one of us has, but very often through to eating habits, stressful lifestyle, poor sleep, poor diet, we are not connected with it anymore. So you have a lot of neurons in the gut. And for example, your gut, I already mentioned serotonin. It's also dopamine. Like 90% of your serotonin is produced in the gut. 50% of your dopamine is produced in the gut. So just to show you, like if you suffer from depression or low mood or mood swings, if we work on your gut, we can totally change that situation. Yeah? So then we have chronic stress. Yeah. So chronic stress, and I just want to give you a couple of examples how you can know that you are stressed. When it's difficult for you to sit down and just, for example, enjoy a meal or read a book. Yeah, most of the people then they have to check the phone, they have to check the emails. Yeah, they get up, they do something, sit down again. They get up and sit down again. Yeah. Also, if you need constant stimulation, podcast, listening to music, watching TV, or the TV sometimes is just running in the background. Also, if you have trouble concentrating, someone is telling you something, and sometimes you realize, oh, I have no clue what this person just talked about because you were absent-minded. Yeah? This is also, for example, one of the signs that you are chronically stressed. Then also, if you are always like you're nervous, you need to move something. Yeah, the hand needs to move. Or sometimes we see this, some people, they move all the time their leg. Yeah, they cannot sit really still. But also sometimes we can see it in a puffy face, especially in the morning. People wake up and the face is really puffy. When they have chronic stress over months or years, this puffiness can be constantly there. Yeah, so just to give you a couple of examples. So what happens when you are stressed? Your digestion slows down. When you are stressed, your body thinks you are in danger. So it slows digestion to save energy for survival. Because your body, if it's necessary, will always fight for survival first so that you can survive, and it will neglect many other processes in your body. Yeah, the result can be bloating, constipation, acid reflux, diarrhea. Then also chronic stress weakens your gut lining. So too much cortisol, yeah, the stress hormone, weakens the gut barrier, and it allows toxins and bad bacteria into your bloodstream. So you can suffer from more inflammation, from food sensitivities, and also from brain fog. Stress also kills the good bacteria in your gut. Yeah, so it lowers your good bacteria, which help produce serotonin and dopamine. Yeah, and the result can be low mood, anxiety, trouble focusing. Then also stress increases your sugar cravings, because when you are stressed, your body craves quick energy, yeah, sugar and carbohydrates. So because these give you quick energy. And the result is that you suffer from energy crashes, yeah, also like brain fog, that you have more gut imbalances. So these are some of the results of stress. What we are going to do now is I'm guiding you through a very simple breathing exercise. If you do it on a regular basis, you will become more stress resistant. It will help you to activate your parasympathetic nervous system. So it will improve your digestion. And also it will help you to get more, like to improve the oxygen efficiency so that you have more oxygen getting into your cells. And then you will also have better energy when you do this on a regular basis. So I would start, like I would do it best thing in the morning. So you can just stack it on another habit. For example, after I brush my teeth, I'm sitting down and doing for 3 minutes this breathing exercise. So I'm asking you all, take a comfortable sitting posture. If you are sitting on a chair, please place your feet on the ground. If you're already sitting on the floor, just let your sit bones sink into the floor. Take a comfortable sitting posture. Your spine is nice and tall. You open your chest, you lift your sternum, your chin slightly towards your chest so that your neck is relaxed. So the breathing technique that we are doing is inspired by apnea breathing, which is used by free divers to improve oxygen efficiency so that more oxygen gets into the cell. So what we are going to do is we hold our breath, and by this we stimulate the mitochondrial adaptation. Yeah, so more oxygen into your cell, which will improve energy production, and it will also reduce oxidative stress. So how we are going to do it is we are doing 5 rounds. I will first explain it and then you're going to do it. So you inhale deeply through the nose. You exhale fully through the mouth. And then you will hold your breath after exhaling. Yeah, so we will start with 10 to 30 seconds. You hold as long as it's possible for you. And the very important thing is when you then inhale again, don't inhale like this. Just try to control the inhalation, okay? And then we will inhale deeply again, and we will repeat that circle for 5 rounds, and I'm guiding you through it. So just close your eyes. You don't need to see me. You just need to hear me. and I'm guiding you through the breathing exercise. So breathe everything out. Inhale deeply through the nose. Your belly expands. Exhale fully through the mouth, but not forcefully. And now hold your breath after exhaling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, as long as it's possible for you, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And now slowly inhale deeply again. And now you hold your breath for 10 seconds and spread the breath all over your body. Imagine you send the oxygen to the farthest parts of your body. 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Then inhale deeply through the nose. Your belly expands. Exhale fully through the mouth, but not forcefully. Hold your breath after exhaling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Slowly inhale deeply again, as deep as possible, and hold your breath for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Then one more round. Inhale deeply through the nose. Your belly expands. Exhale fully through the mouth. And then hold your breath after exhaling. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly inhale deeply again. And we hold for 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. And come back to a normal breathing. And just feel the difference. Your breath is deeper. You have slowed down a bit. Maybe now you can feel the fatigue that you couldn't feel before. So that's a wonderful breathing exercise to lower stress, to improve oxygen delivery, and to stimulate your parasympathetic nervous system. And with time, or over time, you will improve stress resilience. Yeah, it's ideally done on an empty stomach in the morning or before exercise, yeah, for the best energy boost. Then open your eyes and we continue with the session. And now we come to a very interesting part of the session. This is something that when I understood it, I finally could understand why I and my clients sometimes have good and not so good results. This changed completely the way how I worked and helps me with a program that I developed to really address it from the right angle so that people really have huge improvements and also experience healing. So this is the hormone hierarchy. So your hormones don't operate in isolation. They all communicate with each other, and your gut and stress levels are the biggest influences on whether they stay balanced or get completely out of whack. So I will walk you through step by step through the hormone hierarchy with 3 real life examples, okay? So that you can understand how stress and gut health issues can throw hormones off. If you have any questions in between, feel free to share them in the chat. But you also have the possibility in the end to ask your questions. So the hormone hierarchy, when you look at it, you can imagine it like a house, yeah, that you build. And you need a very strong foundation in order that you can build the walls and that you can build the rooftop and that everything is stable. So let's start with the foundation. The foundation is your insulin, your blood sugar regulation. So that's the foundation of hormonal balance. So stable blood sugar prevents energy crashes, prevents mood swings, and it prevents hormone imbalances. So what does your insulin level throw off? Stress, yeah, poor gut health, processed foods, also skipping meals. So when you are stressed, your body releases cortisol. And cortisol is a stress hormone which raises blood sugar, so you have energy to run from danger. If this happens too often, I mean, it's a built-in system that really helps us to survive if necessary. But in modern life, it's kind of the rule that people experience this. So if this happens too often, if you suffer from chronic stress, then your blood sugar is always high, and then it can lead to insulin resistance, to weight gain, to cravings. So I give you a couple of examples. So for example, leaky gut and poor digestion. So can lead to blood sugar instability. If your gut lining is damaged, processed foods, alcohol, antibiotics, stress, poor nutrition, nutrients aren't absorbed properly. So let's say you eat a healthy meal, but still you feel tired and hungry soon after because your gut first can't absorb the nutrients well, and second, your blood sugar rises again, asking for more food. So poor gut health can also lead to insulin resistance, and then it's much harder to lose weight. So what is insulin resistance? What is this? Yeah, this is something we read all the time about. Most of the people don't really understand what it is. So you can think of insulin like a key that unlocks your cells so they can take in sugar, yeah, glucose, from your blood for energy. With insulin resistance, the key stops working properly, so your cells don't absorb glucose well. This can then lead to too much sugar staying in your blood, so high blood sugar. It can lead to more insulin being released, so then your body becomes less responsive, and it can lead then to weight gain, to cravings, to fatigue, and to hormonal imbalances. For example, PCOS, irregular periods, PMS. Yeah, so some signs, like if you suffer from insulin resistance, then you have on a regular basis sugar cravings, especially after meals. You have fatigue, energy crashes, you feel hangry. Yeah, you have belly fat that won't go away. You might suffer from brain fog, from trouble focusing, and especially irregular periods and PMS. Because when your blood sugar spikes and crashes, yeah, from sugar, processed food, stress, then it leads to PMS, cravings, mood swings, especially like 10 to 14 days before your period. Yeah, and if you suffer from insulin resistance, yeah, and you are maybe around 35 and you think, oh my God, now the perimenopause is starting. Yeah, the insulin resistance worsens as estrogen fluctuates. And then it can also lead to weight gain, brain fog, and also cellulite and also fatigue. And if you are already in your menopausal years, if you have poor blood sugar control, it can lead to hot flashes, night sweats, and energy crashes. And this is something that I see already in many young women and also men. Yeah, they have the hot flashes, the night sweats, the energy is crashing. And normally that shouldn't be the case. So let's say one of a very good example for insulin dysregulation is, like, you can imagine a woman, okay, let's call her Sarah. She's always on the go. She's skipping her breakfast. She's drinking coffee instead in the morning. And then by noon or around 11, she is starving. And then she needs to eat a quick sandwich followed by sugar cravings in the afternoon. Yeah, she feels exhausted. She is moody by 3 p.m. And why is this happening? Because her blood sugar is unstable due to stress. Yeah, because of skipped meals, gut issues, causing insulin spikes and crashes. So she would need to focus on balanced meals with protein, with fiber, with healthy fats. And in the very end of the session, I will share one of my free courses with you that gives you for 7 days one tip, every day one tip into your inbox that helps you to regulate your insulin. Yeah, that's the basis for a healthy metabolism and digestive system and hormonal balance. Okay, let's move on to the adrenal hormones. So adrenal hormones is your stress response system. Why is it so important? Because cortisol helps you manage stress, but too much for too long can then damage digestion. It can also damage your immunity. Yeah, for example, Hashimoto's. It's an autoimmune disease of the thyroid, is something that I see very often. Then PCOS, it wasn't declared as an autoimmune disease, but now new research suggests that it could be an autoimmune disease. These are all diseases that are on the rise. Yeah. So chronic stress, like what can damage your cortisol, or like what can lead to increased cortisol release? So chronic stress, over-exercising. Yeah, I see this with many women, especially when they do HIIT trainings. Yeah, very demanding exercise workouts. When they have a lack of sleep. Yeah, I see many people nowadays sleeping 6 hours, 5 hours, maybe 6.5. This is too little sleep, and it will really damage your health in the long run. So when you have too much cortisol, it weakens the gut lining, leading to leaky gut, to bloating, to IBS-like symptoms. Yeah, IBS is like change from diarrhea to constipation. You have to go often to the toilet. You are bloated. Yeah, you might have also food intolerances. Yeah, like if you feel bloated every afternoon, even after a healthy meal, this can be stress preventing your gut from properly digesting the food. So, or if you have too much bad gut bacteria, it can produce toxins that increase cortisol even when you are not stressed. Yeah, it can then, for example, lead to high prostaglandin levels. I see this in many women, and then they have the very painful periods, the painful cramps, yeah, or like that they feel extremely sad or extremely angry before their period. Yeah, so they have higher inflammation levels. But also if you wake up feeling anxious and wired, even if there is no real stressor, this can also be your gut bacteria signalizing stress to your brain. Let me see if there are any questions. Okay, then we have the thyroid hormones, and the thyroid hormones T3 and T4, they regulate your metabolism and also your energy. Yeah, so the thyroid controls energy, metabolism, digestion, and body temperature. So if your gut is inflamed, if you have chronic stress, nutrient deficiencies, food intolerances, this can lead, yeah, to higher release of cortisol in your gut. So your gut absorbs, for example, the nutrients that are needed for thyroid hormone production, yeah, like zinc, selenium, iodine. But if your gut is inflamed, then you don't absorb them properly. Also, when you have chronic stress and higher cortisol levels, then your thyroid that needs to convert the T4 inactive thyroid hormone into T3 active thyroid hormone, it cannot make this change, this conversion. Yeah, so high cortisol will really block this conversion. And this is also why one of the reasons, if you take thyroid medication, but you don't work on your insulin and on your cortisol levels, you will have some improvements, but you won't have major improvements and you won't experience healing. And when we look at, for example, the thyroid also, if the thyroid hormones are slowed down, then you can suffer from cold hands, cold feet, you're stubborn, weight gain, and also constipation. Yeah, so then in my online program, I help women first to regulate the insulin and the cortisol levels, yeah, with food, with stress regulating techniques, yeah, but also we look at every single area of your life, the relationship you have to yourself, the relationship you have to others, and how you go through your day from the morning you wake up, yeah, until the evening when you go to bed. All of this, you need to develop a healthy lifestyle that fits your unique body mind type. Then we have the sex hormones. This is a tip. This is why many people come and want to work on their health, because they say, oh, I have the painful periods, I have no libido anymore, I cannot get pregnant, my progesterone is too low. And so it's the tip of the iceberg. Yeah. And then, for example, they take supplements for decreasing their estrogen and for increasing their progesterone, and they wonder why it's not helping. Yeah, so we need really to go step by step in this hierarchy in order that you can experience healing and long-lasting improvements. Someone is coming back. Okay. If you have questions, drop them in the chat. So your gut, for example, eliminates excess estrogen. If your gut isn't working well, estrogen builds up. It can lead to PMS, to heavy periods, to bloating, to mood swings. Yeah, so if you get super bloated and moody before your period, then your gut isn't detoxing estrogen properly. And this is something I see very often. And also chronic stress can lead to low progesterone. Progesterone is your chill hormone. Yeah, it helps you to unwind, it helps you to relax, yeah, it helps you to receive and to let go of the day. If you have low progesterone, then you can suffer from irregular cycles, from chronic anxiety, and also from troubled sleeping. So because stress steals progesterone to make cortisol. That's very important, yeah, to know. So it can lead to shorter cycles, to irregular cycles, to anxiety, to troubled sleeping. So if, for example, let's take a woman, she has PMS, she has painful periods, and she suffers from acne. Yeah, she might eat very well, but she still struggles with gut issues. And the gut isn't clearing out excess estrogen. So stress is then lowering progesterone, and then it's leading to all these problems. Do you have any questions about the hormone hierarchy? And what's your main takeaway of it? What's your main takeaway of the hormone hierarchy? Did you know all about that before, or is that something new? Is there something that you now finally understand about some processes that are going on in your body? Let me know in the chat. What's your main takeaway about the hormone hierarchy? How does it help you to understand better how gut hormones and stress are connected? Let me know in the chat. And also let me ask you, who took already supplements? For example, to lower estrogen, to increase progesterone, to speed up the thyroid, and did wonder why it's not working or why they don't see real results. Let me know that in the chat, please. So one of the main pillars I'm working with is Ayurveda. Okay, you don't have a thyroid anymore. Okay, now you have to take it. Yeah, so supplements are not the solution. I also work with supplements in my online programs. Supplements are important. They can be important to fill up certain deficiencies or to heal certain problems. However, just in combination, if you change your daily habits and if you adapt a nutrition, a diet that is aligned to your unique digestive type, and I talk about this more in the Heal Your Gut masterclass on my YouTube channel, where you can discover your unique digestive type. And then it can help. Yeah, but supplements are not the solution. They can support you on the way, but they are not the solution. So it's very important to know. You take medical mushrooms and magnesium, yeah, can be super beneficial, but also work on diet, on your lifestyle habits. Then you can experience healing and long-lasting improvements. Okay, so what is Ayurveda? Ayurveda, let me know in the chat who knows a little bit about Ayurveda, or is it something completely new? So Ayurveda consists of two words, Ayur and Veda. So Ayur means knowledge and Veda means life, and it's the knowledge of life. And yep, in the topic, perfect. You have already, but you don't need for this masterclass, you don't need to have prior knowledge. But what is so special about Ayurveda is that every single one of you is unique. You have a unique digestive type, you have a unique body-mind connection, and we need to assess every one of you on an individual level. Maybe you have more mental work, maybe you have more physical work, maybe you have a family life, maybe you are single. Yeah, in what environment are you working? What's the climate that you are living in? All of these things are taken into consideration in Ayurveda to give you the best possible advice and treatment plan. So the diet, the herbals, the yoga postures, the breathing exercises, the detoxification methods, they are all aligned to your unique constitution type. Constitution type is your body-mind connection. Yeah? So this is also why, for example, if you pick one supplement, maybe it will help 50% of you, and maybe it won't help at all the other 50%. So every supplement has an energetic effect on your body. So you need to know exactly why you are taking a supplement and exactly know what the effect is on you. Yeah, it doesn't make sense just to take supplements and not really knowing what they will do in your body. So, and the next thing that Ayurveda is very strong about is the circadian rhythm, yeah, the sleep-wake cycle, the 24 hours, yeah, that we go through the day and night, and how we can align our daily life to this rhythm. When you should go to bed, how much sleep you need, yeah, when you need to eat, what you need to eat. It also depends on the seasons. But there are certain moments, and this you learn more in my Heal Your Gut masterclass on my YouTube channel. There are certain moments when your digestive enzymes are very strong and when they are lower. So let's say, for example, you take your main meal at 10 p.m. in the evening, your digestive enzymes are super low. So you will throw off your digestion, your hormones, your sleep, your energy, yeah, by doing this. And if you are interested in that, you can learn more about that in my other masterclass. So in Ayurveda, like if you experience health problems, yeah, imbalances in your digestion, in your hormones, in your sleep, yeah, in your menstrual cycle, if you have been experiencing them for a long time, you need to work in different areas at the same time. Yeah, you need to work on your lifestyle. all the daily habits that you have in place. You will, for example, in my, like how I work with my clients, they get then also prescribed herbal medicine. This can be Chinese herbals, Ayurvedic herbals, also supplements. We need to look at your diet, not just what you eat, but also when you eat and how much you eat is as important as what you put in your mouth. And then also, of course, the mind-heart connection, your emotional and mental well-being. All of these different areas influence how you progress in your healing journey. If you think just taking supplements is the solution, it's absolutely not. If you just concentrate on your diet, it's an important pillar, but it's not everything. So you need to work in all these areas, your lifestyle, your mental, emotional well-being, your diet, in order to experience healing. And I give you a couple of examples and feel free to ask questions. So I just want to give you an idea of how I work with my clients and how you need to work with your health, so that you can improve it. Because personalized care really matters. If you have tried diets, supplements, or advice that didn't work, it's really not your fault. But the problem isn't you. It's just that like many things that you find out there, it's a one-size-fits-all approach. But there is not one plant that helps to increase progesterone. There is not one plant that helps to improve your thyroid levels. There is not one diet that is healing for everyone. You are unique, and as unique as you are, as unique need to be your supplements, your diet, your lifestyle habits, and how you design your daily life. So every gut is unique, shaped by your genetics, by your lifestyle, by your past experiences. So what works for someone else may not work for you. So let's look at two different examples. So I picked something that I see quite often. So she's now it's like 2 years ago. She's now 44 years old. So she came into the course with hypothyroidism. So the thyroid was slowed down. She had a very sluggish gut, and she suffered from weight gain. She didn't eat a lot, and she couldn't understand why she was not losing weight. So she had too little T3 and T4 hormones. These are the thyroid hormones. So the metabolism was slowed down. She was suffering from constipation. The constipation was leading to estrogen dominance because the estrogen was recycled back in her body. And also from the higher estrogen levels, she was suffering from bloating. So over the years, she gained 12 kilos. She was feeling tired. She was having depressive periods, which is normal. Now, if you suffer from a slowed down metabolism, suffer from constipation, like everything is a bit slower. Your mood is also lower. And also the puffiness in the face, which is also normal when people suffer from problems with the thyroid. So what we did for her was she had to adapt regular meal times. She had to eat warm, cooked, and moist foods. I put her on intermittent fasting, and fasting, you can learn about it more on my YouTube channel. Fasting can be very healing, and it can also destroy your health. And I've seen many women having very long fasting periods, 18, 20 hours of fasting periods, on a long-term basis, just 2 meals per day, and they really destroyed their gut and hormone health. So for her, we needed to put her on 3 meals, with being dinner her lightest meal of the day. She had to get 7.5 hours of sleep, and we need to set the alarm. So most of the people, they don't sleep enough. She overslept. And for some people, for some constitution types, when they sleep too long, 9, 10 hours, they feel even more sluggish. So she had to set an alarm after 7.5 hours. She had to get up and she really had to move her body. So also in my program, you will learn what kind of movement do you need for your constitution type. So if everything is running too slow, you need to speed up. You need to increase the heat in your body. Yeah, so we needed to choose something that is dynamic, that is invigorating, yeah, so that the metabolism is increased. She took a couple of Ayurvedic herbs, but the most important in her case was Trikatu. Yeah, that really helped for her metabolism. So what happened after 3 months? Yeah, after she changed the diet, lifestyle changes. Yeah, she lost 6 kilos, but 6 kilos without restrictive diets, just by eating normal, healthy, regular meals. She slept 7.5 hours. Yeah, before she was sleeping 9 hours. So that was working well. And she had no puffiness anymore. Yeah, because the metabolism worked better. Also, her lymphatic system, yeah, was working more efficiently. And she had more energy. Then her menstrual cycle, she had before, how was it for her, the menstrual cycle? The menstrual cycle, in her case, I can't remember anymore. I think it was way too long, like 34 days. If you have every month 34 days, it's okay. But if you get over 35 days, like 40 days, 45 days, when everything is slowed down, this is too, you need to get under 35 days. And then she had a daily bowel movement. And this was really one of the main goals we had, that she goes to the loo every single morning to prevent constipation, to prevent estrogen dominance in her body, and so that she could lose the bloatedness, the water in her body, and that she felt lighter and could finally lose some weight. Any questions about that? So I just want to give you some examples from my practice so that you understand better how holistic healing works. So another example, is Emma, 36 years old. She was suffering of severe PMS and combined with panic attacks. So it started 10 days before her period that she was suffering from severe moodiness. Now she had a very restless sleep, and she was suffering from irritability, pain before bleeding, and panic. Now, so she had low progesterone levels. So low progesterone levels, that can lead to poor sleep, to severe moodiness, to irritability. And also she had too much prostaglandins. So she was having too much inflammation, which led to pain before her period. She also was suffering from hair loss, because she had chronic elevated cortisol levels. This can lead to hair loss, in combination then also with low progesterone levels. She had frequent bowel movements. She was eating, going to the loo, and also was suffering sometimes from diarrhea, which made nutrient absorption very difficult. So we put her on intermittent fasting, 13 hours of fasting, 11 hours of eating. She had to eat more healthy fats because the fats, they help to calm the nervous system. They also helped in converting several hormones in her body. And she had to journal, and she developed a journaling and gratitude practice. She did this on a daily basis to process her emotions. And she had to sleep a minimum of 8 hours to reset her nervous system. She had to be in bed before 10 p.m. in her case. And she was having calming breathing and meditation practices. And so you see the difference. With Julia before, everything was running too quickly. In her case, running too slowly. In her case, everything was too quick. There are too many bowel movements. The digestion didn't take enough time to absorb everything. Too frequent bowel movements. So we had to slow and calm down everything. So she was having calming breath and meditation practices. She incorporated dancing and restorative yoga. And I gave her herbs to calm the nervous system, ashwagandha, and also herbs for the PMS, shatavari and chlorella. Be careful. If you suffer from PMS problems and now you think, okay, let's just take the shatavari, and the chlorella. If your liver is not working well, it won't metabolize the chlorella well. Okay, so always be careful with supplements. They can be healing, they can be damaging. Okay, just see. Someone wrote. Are you doing hormone blood tests, or how do you know which hormones are too high or too low? Okay, good question. So in my online program, people have a blood test or go for blood work usually in the beginning, and then again after 3 months, and then again after 5.5 months. And I also have a hormone test, a written one that is very like where we test the progesterone, signs of estrogen, cortisol, insulin, because there are many markers in the body that tell us exactly if there's something off with your insulin, with your cortisol, with your progesterone, with your thyroid. But I also, people do blood tests, yeah, and they are paid by the insurance. I tell them exactly what they need to test. And, but very often they already did some blood work. So in her case, after 12 weeks, yeah, when you work on your, when we work on your gut and on your energy, change can happen very quickly. When we work on your hormones, it always takes 2, 3, 4 cycles until we can see really significant, profound changes. Yeah, so after 12 weeks, she had deep, uninterrupted sleep. Yeah, before her period, before that, 10 days before it started, that she couldn't sleep anymore. She was feeling more grounded. Yeah, her lifestyle was like slower. And she had pain-free periods, and she was less irritable and moody. And she just had 1 or 2 bowel movements per day and no diarrhea anymore. Yeah, so that the digestion could really absorb all the nutrients. And the hair loss stopped, because we worked a lot on stress regulating techniques. And once this stops, also your progesterone can rise and you stop losing hair. Any questions about that? Okay, so I come back what I mentioned in the beginning. If you share your main takeaway on Instagram and you tag me, you can win 2 free sessions with me, 1 deep dive session and 1 follow-up session, where you get personalized guidance on supplements, on nutrition, yeah, on breathing exercises and on exercise. And for those of you who are interested in a 30 minutes call where we check your gut and where I can tell you after 30 minutes exactly what causes your gut hormone imbalances, I give 2 calls away. So first serves or first comes, first serves. Is this right? Not sure. But yeah, you can book it. 2 free calls. It's a gut check call. You can scan the code and you can book your call now. Okay. And then we take 30 minutes to assess your gut and hormone health and to answer any questions that you might have. So just scan it now and book your call. Then I have some more freebies that are coming your way. Just do this first and then we go to the second one. So if you want to learn more about my program, Thrive from Within, then I invite you to check it out on my homepage, also to see some testimonials. Can you send the link here? I can't scan it because I'm looking for my phone. Can anyone share the link? I cannot share it at the moment. I'm sorry. My mobile phone is on flight mode. Can someone please share the link of the gut check call in the chat, please? That would be amazing. I can't do it because also I would need to send the link from my phone to my inbox, from the inbox to the chat in Zoom. Sorry, not possible now. I can do it at the very end, okay? Just give me a moment. So if you are curious about how can my 6-month program help you to address your unique needs and challenges, yeah, and how you can balance your hormones, restore your energy, yeah, how you can free yourself from bloating, from gut discomfort, you can check out this program. Then I invite you to a free metabolism course. That's the course that I mentioned 10 minutes ago. So for 7 days, you will get 1 tip into your inbox. Very simple tips, very doable, and they will help you to balance your insulin levels. Very simple tips, but very powerful ones. I have people implementing them, and after 1 week already having more energy, less bloating, and a more regular bowel movement. So who was it who needed the links? Let me check. Who was asking for the links? Carmen. Yeah, I'm sorry, I cannot send them. Maybe someone can share them in the chat, but I will write down your name. Otherwise, I can share the links later with you. Okay. Do you have any questions? If not, I will do a little visualization with you. Any questions left? I can also switch off the recording at the end. Yeah. So if you need a more intimate setting to ask your questions, and let's do the visualization now. So I invite you to sit down in a comfortable sitting posture, close your eyes once more. Take a couple of deep breaths and breathe out through your mouth, and you can sigh out. Sighing is the sound of the liver. The liver is one of the most congested organs in our society nowadays. And when you sigh out, you help your liver to release tension and stress. Take a couple of deep inhalations and breathe deeply out through the mouth, and you can sigh out. And now imagine that you wake up in the morning in your bed. Your mind is not racing like usual, but you feel refreshed. You feel full of energy. You feel free from the discomfort or bloating or the exhaustion of sleepless nights. You feel grounded. Your mind is clear. You're focused. And you have positive thoughts coming in. Your mood is steady. And the most important thing, you feel confident in your body again. And you know what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. So for my clients who have taken this step, this wasn't or isn't just a dream. It's really their reality today. They have reclaimed their vitality, they have found joy in their routines, and they started living life on their terms. And the very, very best part is that this could be you too. So take a moment now to picture in front of you what that transformation could mean for your life. What would it mean for your relationships, for your well-being, for your professional life? Because most of you have been trying to figure this out on your own, cutting out foods, trying random supplements, Googling solution. But to be super honest, how has that been working? It's very important to have the right guidance. So you will continue, that you don't continue spinning your wheels, wasting time, wasting money, wasting energy on solutions that don't work, because you are unique and you need a unique approach. And the longer you wait, the harder it can become to reverse the damage to your gut hormones and sleep and energy. And it really doesn't have to be this way. So really picture yourself as this energetic, strong being that thrives through the day and that knows exactly what to do and when to do it and how to do it, because you have gained back your body confidence. And this is really what my program Thrive From Within is about. Yeah, you get a personalized plan. You will discover yourself, your gut, your hormones, your unique body, mind, constitution. And you will learn all the tools that you can transform your well-being and health. And if you want, you can also note down. You can take some notes on a piece of paper on how you visualize yourself. And let me know in the chat. If there would be, like if you have one choice of one thing that you could change today, what would the result be? For example, I feel energetic, or I don't have an afternoon crash anymore, or I have smooth, regular periods. Let me know in the chat. So for everyone who watched the recording, if you have any questions, please reach out, drop me a message. You will also find all the links to the program and to the free course in the notes of the YouTube channel. So just check the show notes. And also check out my other masterclass, Heal Your Gut, on my YouTube channel, where you can learn more about your unique digestive type. And I'm going to stop the recording now so that we have a more intimate setting for you to ask your questions. Thank you so much for joining and hope to see you soon again.